Okay, so what comes into your mind when you hear the word tax or taxation? O baka, Ricky, naisip mo na yung sasabihin mo. Pas na kanina eh, nakapag-isip ka na siguro.
Hindi ma'am, ako po kasi audible po.
Yeah.
Ako po yung nasa isip ko lang po when it comes to tax, lahat po tayo ng payee. Lahat po tayo nagko-contribute sa tax. In
Mhm.
every purchases po natin, meron po tayong tax, yung tinatawag po nating value added tax.
Mhm.
Yun lang po yung nasa isip ko kapag, well, ayun po yung parang pinaka um,
Ideas mo. Idea mo about tax.
ideas ko po. Opo. Hindi pa po ganun kalalim. Yun lang po.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, good observation, di ba? Okay, so lahat tayo. So walang natira. Lahat kahit sino, as long as you buy, as long as you purchase. Totoo yun. Kasi we have the so-called value-added tax that the burden will be passed to the taxpayers, okay? Or the consumer. So anyone, who else, aside from Ricky? I saw Justine, you're raising your hand.
Good afternoon po. Audible po ba?
Yeah.
Sa akin lang po, kapag naririnig ko po yung tax is para siyang expenses. Para pong kailangan siyang bayaran. Parang
Mhm.
dagdag bayarin po, ganun.
Okay. Ang sakit, no? Expenses talaga, no? Wala man lang bigay. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Wala man lang talagang negative agad eh, no? Okay, tama naman yun. Totoo naman, no? So when we heard the word tax, dagdag bayarin, dagdag gastos. Tama, yeah. Anyone else? Meron pa ba? Okay. So now let's define taxation. Okay, so when we say taxation, it's defined as a state power, a legislative process, and a mode of government cost distribution. So pag sinabi natin taxation, it's a power of a sovereign, no? Power yan ng state. Because through a legislative process, so meaning, hindi lang yan basta, power ko ito, then I can levy tax, no? Through a legislative process, magkakaroon ng tinatawag natin taxation. Because without that, hindi rin naman matutupad yun. Yeah? And of course, it's for government distribution. Government cost distribution. So when we say government cost distribution, whatever we have or whatever we levy from taxation, no, that's what the government use, okay, to fund all the necessary projects or necessary expenses ng government. So sa sinabi ni Justin, parang yan, sabi niya expenses lang daw, no, yung taxation. But just to give you an idea, no, as we go further, when we say taxation, meron kasi tayong tinatawag na benefit theory, no, yung reciprocal. Siguro on the part of the taxpayer, yes, it's an additional burden, but consequently, meron naman tayong nag-receive na benefits from it. Nararamdaman nyo ba yun? Yun ang tanong eh, no? Do you feel it? Do you know it? Okay. Just a classic example. Sino ang mga taga-Baliwag? You can raise your hand. You can just thumbs up. Tingnan ko nga sa audience ko. Sino ang mga taga-Baliwag? Ang dami. O, yan. 3 others. So, yan lang. Siyempre, gusto ko lahat yan. Halos taga-Baliwag lahat. So what do you think might be the reason why you are enjoying a free education? It's all because of taxes. Okay? So the very reason why you have a free education, hindi nga lang kasing komportable nung nagbabayad ka sa BU. Diba? Siyempre, pag nasa BU ka, ibang setup ng classroom. Maybe malaki ang difference in all other aspects. Pero the fact that we have taxes, yun yung reason why you have to be tech. Naniniwala kayo doon? Can I see a heart kung naniniwala kayo? Baka kala nyo naman, gino-joke ko lang kayo. Okay. So I want you to understand, kasi I know for a fact na negative ang image or negative ang impact sa atin when it comes to taxation. So I don't want to become biased or I don't want to become sobrang ano naman sa government. Kaya lang syempre, no? I have to promote taxation because this is our subject. So you really have to believe me that because of that taxation, you are having free education. Okay? So yun lang yung classic example. Imagine niyo mag-free ang tuition, di ba? For Balibagueños. Hindi ko na kasi alam yung ibang rulings, no? Nung nandyan kasi ako, free siya. Okay? So, as we define taxation, when we say taxation, it is a state power. So, its nature is, it is an inherent attribute of sovereignty. So, inherent meaning it's there. Otherwise, without taxation, patay ang gobyerno, di ba? Patay ang state. Okay, it is legislative in character. So, nile-legislate siya. That's the reason why, kung mapapansin nyo from time to time, from NIRC, meron tayong mga additionals, meron tayong mga revenue regulations, meron tayong RRRMCs na pinopromulgate, no? Or ginagawa ang BIR through a legislation, no? Okay, yung create law, through a legislation din yon. Okay, what the extent of taxation? So when we say taxation, it's subject to constitutional and inherent restrictions. So later I will discuss what are those restrictions. The power of taxation is regarded as comprehensive, unlimited, plenary, and supreme. So when we say supreme, it's the supreme power of the land because a little later we have the three power of the land or the sovereign. We have three power, no? And one of the supreme power, ang pinaka supreme sa among the three of them is taxation. It's comprehensive kasi on a way na marami. We really need to understand very well kasi ang daming pasikot-sikot. It's unlimited kasi lahat tinatax. Imagine mo, the tax person, properties, okay, business, all of that. Lahat ng maisip ng gobyerno, no, itatax. Okay, plenary. Anyone who will hindi susunod when it comes to taxation, mag-e-evade ng tax, may kaukulan, parusa. Okay. So, that's taxation. So, sobrang lawak na, pero pipilitin natin medyo i-simplify. So, what is the theory and basis of taxation? There are three theory, no? And basis of taxation. By the way, did you download the PDF copy of a book? So I hope you have downloaded it kasi nandun yung sa libro, ay dinownload ko nga lang yung sa Scribe, no? So galing sa book. So we have three theories, no? First is the necessities theory. Okay, so what do we mean by necessity theory? So when we say necessity theory, the reason why taxation exists, it's because of the necessity. Kailangan. Okay? Why do you think it is needed? Any idea? Why do we need taxes? Okay. When we say necessity theory, it's the power of taxation. Yes, Ricky, you're raising your hand.
Para po may pagkuha na ng funds yung government for the projects, etc.
Okay, yes, exactly. No? So yun yung classic example for projects, for funding of your free education, and many more. So the proceeds of taxation, no, upon theory that the existence of a government is a necessity, meaning to say, without taxes, how does the government work? Diba? So it's a necessity. We need taxes. Otherwise, we cannot move the government. Diba? Hindi wala tayo. We cannot continue to perform. How about the basic services that the government gives to the people or to the citizens? So mawawala. Without taxes, there will be no, they can stop protecting people. because they don't have any means to pay their expenses. How will they pay the military? How will they pay the policemen who protect the country? Wala. Di ba? Kasi wala. Wala ng taxation, no? Or walang taxes, I mean. Okay, balik tayo. Bakit? Okay, now, it is a necessary burden to preserve the state sovereignty as a means to give the citizenry an army. Okay, yan yung mga kailangan natin, di ba? An army to resist an aggression, a navy to defend its shores from invasion, a corps of civil servants to serve, okay, public improvements designed for the enjoyment of the citizenry and those when come within state's territory, and facilitate and protection which a government is supposed to provide. So labas muna tayo doon kung are you happy with the services, no, with the government services. But the fact that we need to continue doing this thing, it's necessary for the government, no? It's necessary. So huwag kayong magalit, no, na may taxes. Because it's necessary. Taxes are necessary, otherwise you will stop revolving, you will stop moving. Okay? So the power to tax is an attribute of sovereignty emanating from necessity. Okay, next. Next is the life